All right, let's see. I actually didn't get a chance to go through the unsolds for this one, and I think there was a decent number of them. So let's see if there's anything I could spot quickly that would make it easy to resell. Actually, hold on. I can just do it this way. So there were no prospects in here. There were 33 total leftovers. I'll read off the list. I'm going to make it available if anybody wants. All 35 I'll do it for $18. The players are Zach Wheeler, Walker Bueller, Trey Turner, Seiya Suzuki, Sandy Alcantara, Royce Lewis, Randy Rosarena, Max Muncy, Matt Olson, Mason Wynn, Manny Machado, Logan Gilbert, Lawrence Butler, Kyle Tucker, Ketel Marte, Jose Ramirez, Jazz Chisholm, Jacob deGrom, Gunnar Henderson, Fernando Tatis, Ezekiel Tovar, Dylan Dingler, Corey Seager, Corbin Carroll, Cody Bellinger, C.J. Abrams, Christian Yelich, Carlos Correa, Bo Bichette, Blake Snell, Andrew McCutchen, Alex Bregman, Augustin Ramirez. So 2 rookies in there. And Tony going to take it. Tony, let me know who you had in the auctions tonight, and I will. You have that spot. I'm going to check if we have the Dodgers game available to put on in the background here. We got MLB tonight. Whoa. Strike right down the middle, called a ball against Max Muncy. Sounds like the refs, the umps don't want the D-backs in the playoffs. That was crazy. All right. Oh, yep. Wait. Sorry, Meb. Yeah, so that one goes to Meb. Sorry, Tony. I didn't see Meb. Oh, wow. I actually missed Zachariah ahead of you, too. Yeah, so Zachariah I actually have first on here. Zachariah punting it to Meb. Looks like it's going to Meb. All right, I'm writing it in the chat, and it's going to be official. Meb leftovers for 18. Meb, you got it. So Meb gets all the leftovers. And who said they wanted the inserts? Mike asked about the inserts first. So Mike, if you want the inserts, same price. Actually, it's 6 boxes. So let's drop that down to $15. So Mike, inserts to you and $15 instead of 20 since it's less boxes. All right. Mike and Meb, you guys are good. The D-backs managed to get out of the inning and move to the third inning in a tie game. Meb, the Mets and the D-backs love going down to the last day of the season, don't they? Chris wants a Lagrange hit on this one. Ooh, I need. That might be good on penny sleeves. We'll find out. All right, everybody. Good luck. Let's see. Dude Break says first time on a YouTube break. Usually on Whatnot. You also do breaks, but way smaller. We're pretty small too. It's me and Brian doing our thing. Who is going to be breaking tomorrow night? I don't have any kind of Tops deal or anything, so all the boxes that I rip, I get the same way that you guys do, either through Tops or through a secondary vendor, usually Dave and Adams in that case. So little operation here too, but it's actually kind of how we started because we didn't have a ton of money to run this kind of stuff. We started with like these lower total box number breaks, and it gives everybody a chance who doesn't have a crazy bankroll to get in on their players. So that's kind of the way we've always kept it since then. You're a target buyer. The retail breaks, that is how I first started. My first break was a Mosaic Blaster Box 2020 NFL Blaster Box break. Pulled a Tua autograph, my first break ever, and I'm a Dolphins fan, so that was fun. All right, guys, we have our 6 boxes. These are the final 6 boxes that I have here. So these are the 6 we're ripping tonight. More on the way from Tops from the order yesterday on release day. So we're going to get right into things. Let me just check the orders to make sure there's nothing huge outstanding here. There are a couple of big things outstanding here. They're both repeat buyers. I'm going to leave it for them and give them benefit of the doubt since this was a sort of quick turnaround and a chaotic night. Yoswar Gonzalez was one of them, and Elian Pena was the other. Let me just make sure nobody messaged trying to cancel anything. Hey, Soto home run. Too little, too late, but something. Let me just see. No cancellations. No. All right, we're going to get into this. All right, guys. Good luck on break number 2 of the night. Where can you buy a card from yesterday's live? I mean, all of the cards, Mexican player, are sold before, like to whoever owns that spot in the break. So if there was a card that was pulled last night, I could check if the buyer who owns the card is interested in selling. But I pretty much have that entire break packaged up already and almost ready to ship tomorrow. So the May. Let me know who the player is. I'll see what I can do. All right, everybody, we are getting things started in break number 2 tonight with Logan Gilbert. Edgar Caro on the board again. Hit lots of him last time. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ethan Salas getting our first mini diamond, and Alessandro De La Cruz getting a fun Pulsar color match purple. My favorite color match besides the orange on the Met. 230 of 250 Alessandro De La Cruz purple Pulsar. Christian Moore, adios. Ronnie Cruz, Cags, Nathan Church, and Kai Roberts. I'm actually going to slow down a little bit. I was definitely trying to go at hyper speed in break one, so we didn't end up starting this one too late. But I'll slow down and try and be a little bit more interactive and a little bit more informative in this one. Let's see. Sorry, it's first time seeing my lives. So all cards are owned before the live stream happens. And if there's a card that you see pulled live in the break, I'm definitely always open to helping broker deals between you guys. If anybody pulls a nice card and somebody else wants to buy it from them, we've done that quite a few times in our day. So Mexican player, if there's any Caden pals that pull that you're interested in, we'll see if we can broker a deal with whoever owns them tonight. If it's not you. We have a Salvador Perez, Bryce Harper, Willie Adames, and Bo Bichette. Bryce Boucher, a linebacker, back on the board after his gold auto in break number one with a base shimmer. Charlie Condon, adios. Bryce Eldridge, Carson Williams, Rainiel Rodriguez, and Spencer Giesling getting on the board early tonight. Boucher and our first big name base chrome, Rainiel Rodriguez. For any of you guys who weren't in the break last night, I'll probably tell this story quite a few times during this release, but Rainiel Rodriguez signed in 2024 in the international signing window, actually lived in Philadelphia for a while, and we have orange. So let's get right to that. Let's interrupt that story with Jose Ramirez, Royce Lewis, Manny Machado, Matt Olson, and a true orange this time of ink of David Ortiz Jr., Big Papi's son, getting an autograph. 22 of 25 there. It came to the league. Leo DeVries behind that. Yahiel Melendez, Aurelio Farabus, Sabiel Delzine, and Elian De La Cruz getting hits behind that. Big Papi Jr., another auto only in this set. 2025 Bowman first with his first auto in Bowman Chrome. So first time we're pulling ink, and that's honestly, I feel like that's one of the nicest penmanship autographs I've ever seen. D. Ortiz Jr., super clear with the big swirly around the autograph. It's a really, really nice signature, David Ortiz Jr. He took his time with that. I wonder if he was that neat on all of them or if he went a little bit extra attention to detail on the orange. But that's awesome. Congrats, David Ortiz Jr. owner tonight. This is break 2, Robert. That's correct. Pronounced Betcher. Thank you. What did I said? Bocher. Betcher. I will try and remember that. And the sirens came just in time for that David Ortiz Jr. Let's see. We got something else coming up here. Trey Sweeney, Cam Smith, Chandler Simpson, purple auto of Harold Rivas. Numbered 58 of 250 with a gold Aiden Johnson reptilian behind that. So a really nice first box here. 12 of 50, Aiden Johnson reptilian. James Wood, rookie it came to the league. Brett Bateman, Jesus Madej, Lagrange on the board early, and Juan Cabada. So Lagrange on the board early. Let's see if we can get him on the board more often in this one now. Harold Rivas, purple auto. So we get an orange and a purple in box number 1. Definitely the way we want to do things. And Aiden Johnson on the gold reptilian. As Brian mentioned in his break, the reptilians look really good in this one. Extra scaly. I laughed at him for saying that, but he was right. Any DeFrank yet? Not in this break. We did get a DeFrank Shimmer in break number 1 of the night. That was the break, for those of you guys who weren't here, that ended last night. We have a Sean Burke, Dylan Dingler, Max Muncy on the red rookie, Walker Jenkins, Meteoric Rise, Tommy Tanks, Tommy White getting the 273 of 299 Speckle Refractor, Andrew Salas, Melt Mashers, Brian Cortesia, Yorger Batista, Christopher Polanco, and Santiago Leon. Some nice chromes there as well. And time to go into, I think this is my 5th box of 25 pack of top loaders tonight. You're actually DeFrank's pitching coach with the Marlins. That's awesome. Is that in, like, are you his personal pitching coach or pitching coach in, is he in low A or is he still in the DSL? We have had a lot of people related to a lot of players in our breaks, but I think you might be the first ever pitching coach that we've had for a player. Coordinated in Latin America in the DSL. That's awesome, man. Did you pitch yourself as well? Would assume at some level, probably. Noah Cameron, Yandy Diaz, Kumar Rocker, red rookie, Roman Anthony, max volume, Kyle Tucker on the refractor to 499, very off center on that one. Zach Veen on the melt masher, Liberts Aponte, David Coronil, Julian Barreto, and Justice Bigby. Bunch of nice names there in chrome. All right, box number 1 done there. You was terrible. DeFrank is legit and a great human. Love to hear that. I mean, he's definitely, was he the only top 30 prospect to be taken that was a pitcher in the international signing window this year? Topped 101, and his changeup is plus now, alongside with, he's throwing a gyro slider now. Man, I'm a Mets fan. I feel like all of the arms that are developing in the NL East right now, with the Andrew Painters, the who else is developing in the Marlins organization? Who am I thinking of from the last couple drafts? Noble Meyer was a Philly. Man, I'm blanking on their last couple years draft picks. Thomas White, thank you. Yeah, that's the big one. But yeah, lots of Dodgers. Andy Pages, 2-run homer. Yeah, a lot of arms coming up in the National League, including the Mets. We have double blue here. Let's see what we got coming up. C.J. Abrams, Mason Wynn, Nate George on the mini diamonds. True blue, Randy Arozarena to 150, and true blue, Christopher Suero color match, 56 of 150. Nice hits for Suero on back-to-back days. Christian Campbell, adios. Bryce Betcher, Robert Hipwell, Alessandro De La Cruz, and Leo DeVries chromes. So Betcher getting cards in the first 2 boxes, and Suero getting another nice hit. Man, my goal is to definitely collect Sueros at some point in this release, and we're pulling quite a few here in the first couple days. Orange auto to 25 yesterday, and a true blue refractor color match here today. Mentioned the story yesterday. I'll mention it one more time today, and then I'll try not to mention it for a while since I've told it already a couple times, but we met Suero at the spring breakout game in Florida this year, Greg and I, and he seemed like one of the coolest guys in the Mets had in their minor league system. I was just sitting there having a good time, talking to everybody. Need some DeVries color for Robert next. Yeah, Mets have, I mean, they've been developing some great pitchers. The change-ups they're creating in the minor league seem to be helping develop some nice arms, and a lot more nice ones seemingly on the way, with Santucci, I guess, leading the next wave. Ronald Acuna Jr., Jose Ramirez, Royce Lewis, red rookie of Jake Mangum, Robert Hipwell, Shimmer, Jack Caglione, adios, George Lombard, Wilfrey De La Cruz, Raymer Medina, and Jacob Christian chromes. All right. I did stay on the Mets game, Meb. I guess I might as well jump to the other one now. If the Mets come back from 8 runs down, though, I'm gonna be mad at you, Meb. Let's see. Have you been there long enough that you've seen the likes of like Sixto Sanchez come through that organization, or was Sixto of Phillies draft pick, and he got traded to the Marlins by the time he would have been out of the DSL? Julio Rodriguez, Zach Wheeler, Yamamoto, Walker Buehler, base autograph of Nestor Miranda. There's Luis Angel Acuna on the It Came to the League, Luke Dickerson, Noah Schultz, Henry Torres, excuse me, and Harrison Castillo. I used to, despite Sixto being in half of the National League East, I was always rooting for him. Always a fan of his when he was coming up. It was rough to see all those injuries. We finally got an Angel Acuna on the board for you. Pulsar coming up here. Manny Machado, Matt Olson, Sean Burke, base auto of Ronnie Cruz. So double base auto box after the first box had orange and purple. Tarek Skubal on the Pulsar. Nice one there to $3.99. Marcelo Mayer, It Came to the League. Uniker Caceres, Bubba Chandler, Marco Stingus, and Jose Anderson. Man, I kind of hope that I find out that his name is pronounced Dinges at some point. Got color of Skubal in two of the first 3 breaks now. Caceres was, I thought he was one of the, oh wow, he's a 24 signee. And there come the D-backs trying to come right back. We got a backwards card for the first, or no, upside down? No, backwards. Interesting. Dylan Dingler, Will Warren, Augustin Ramirez, just a backward card. Base chrome there. Will Warren, red rookie. Kyle Teal, max volume. Jacob Wilson on the Melt Masher. Christopher Suero, Yoswar Gonzalez, chrome. Yohan De Los Santos, and Warren Calcano. So Yoswar Gonzalez getting on the board for the first time in chrome in box number 2. Second to last pack of box number 2. First time getting on the board for one of the biggest chases in the product. We have another Pulsar, Corbin Burns, Kyle Tucker, Nick Kurtz, Red Redemption. That one seems like it'll pay in a big way this year. And I don't know, do we hold on to those at this point and wait until he's a potential Hall of Famer? James Wood, Meteoric Rise, Nate George on the Pulsar. Nice one there. Leo DeVries getting a Melt Masher. Warrell Solano, Aiden Johnson having a nice break already in this one. Chris Rodriguez on the board, and Anielo Marquez. So another big name on the board there. Chris Rodriguez, one of the top 3 international signings. Number 4 prospect, but I believe is now considered one of the top 3. Nate George, 16th rounder, now considered a top 15 prospect for the Orioles. Kevin DeFrank, I saw him listed. I think I was just looking at MLB Pipeline. Had him ranked as number 10 already in the organization, which for a 17-year-old pitcher, I don't know Call me Forkies. Have you ever seen a 17-year-old pitcher ranked top 10 in an organization before? I feel like you don't usually see pitchers pop up like that for quite some time as a big time prospect. All right, on to box number 3. Let's see what we can get to add to that background display. And that Aiden Johnson, David Ortiz, Harold Rivas, and Tommy White Speckle. All right, empty box number 3. Pitchers pitched all year at 16, literally just turned 17. Wow. I hope we can pull you something nice today. If not, I will keep you in mind as we start to pull more of these, if anything big comes out. Lawrence Butler, Jackson Merrill, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We have a mini diamond of Steven Martinez, Pulsar rookie of Will Warren, Adios of Marcelo Mayer, Chromes of Torrens, Elian Pena, Cam Schlittler, and Cal Fountain. For them back together again in box number 3. Let's get the top loader on Elian Pena. So top 3 names in the product on the board now. Top 4 names maybe of the product on the board now with Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Pena, and Chris Rodriguez. And Rainiel Rodriguez. So both of the Rodriguezes. Cal like the vegetable fountain. Where is he from? South Dakota. South Dakota was not what I was going to guess with a name like Cal. And we have more orange. Junior Caminero, red rookie of Tsung-Chi Chang, base shimmer of Warren Calcano, and a rookie, Dylan Dingler. Oh boy, Meb. That one's going to you. 5 of 25. Dylan Dingler, orange. Travis Bazana, adios. Manny Cedeno, I believe, might have been one of the number 11 prospect. Andrew Salas, he was the one that was one of the 5th ranked prospects. All right. Forgot who the 3rd ranked was then. Zach Cole and Johnny Saravino. So Zach Cole with some pop at the major league level already in the last couple of weeks since he was called up. Andrew Salas struggling in the DSL, and Manny Cedeno struggling also a bit in the DSL. Rumble Ponies 2025 Eastern League champs. Love that. That's good news for the Mets organization, at least. And without Jonah Tong, maybe it's a good thing Jonah Tong didn't pitch tonight for them. Meb was hot at the end of the last release and starting hot again at the beginning of 2025 Bowman Chrome. Dingler going out to Meb. Meb would have said Eugene for a name like Cal Fountain. All right, what do we have coming up? Looks like a base auto, possibly Christian Campbell, rookie, Angel Martinez, rookie, Chase Mydrith, rookie, Augustin Ramirez, rookie, and there we go, Andrew Salas base auto. That's what we want to see. Big name on the board there, Salas auto. Now we just need to have him start hitting. Rookie Sasaki, it came to the league. Devin Fitzgerald, Arjun Namala, JJ Weatherholt, and Heinz Brito. So our first Andrew Salas auto. We'd had most of the other big names. Now we got Salas on the board. Going to take the Rivas down, and we'll get that up there next to the David Ortiz. So 2 oranges in each break tonight so far. think there was only one orange in the break last night, even though it had just nonstop hits in that one. And Blue Reptilian, looks like maybe a refractor auto, though, in front of that. We have a Spencer Swellenbach, Mike Trout, Exploding Whales. What are we talking about? Kevin Alcantara. We have a refractor auto of Christopher Acosta and a Blue Reptilian of Elian De La Cruz behind that. 84 of 150 and 196 of 499 on those two hits. It came to the league Connor Griffin, Chrome of Will Taylor, Luis Pena, Charlie Condon, and Christian Arguelles. So I'll have a little bit more time to tell the Arguelles story now. Led the league in led the DSL and OPS this year. Was not a highly touted prospect. Seems to not really be climbing up many boards yet, despite his absolutely incredible season. But the of all of the OPS leaders in the DSL for the last 10 years, I don't believe any of them have ever made the major leagues. So despite that great year, we'll keep an eye on Arguelles and see how he continues to develop. What's going on up there in Eugene, Oregon? Are there hippies exploding whales? Oh, let's see. Hold on, just checking something quickly. So Darren just shot me a message. Call me Forky. Just a heads up. You had so I have good news and bad news. The good news is the bad news is you don't have Kevin DeFrank in the break that you're watching right now. The good news is you did have Kevin DeFrank in the first break of the night, and we did pull some color of Kevin DeFrank in the first break. So we do have at least a shimmer off that I can remember off the top of my head going your way. So if you want to check out that break, it's also on our page. But definitely feel free to stay in this one. We'd love to keep chatting with you. But we have some color coming your way of your friend Kevin down there. And we have some more color coming up here, starting with Moises Ballesteros on the base, Christian Campbell on the red rookie, Rafael Devers Meteoric Rise, Junior Caminero yellow 5 of 75. Really nice card there. Purple RJ Shrek. Man, we put a lot of RJ Shrek color in the first three breaks. Basayo Melt Mashers, Harold Rivas, Dejan Macares, Kendry Martinez, and Kevin Alvarez on the board, I believe, for the first time in this break. Let's see. Takumi, weren't we saying that Mick Abel was also from the Eugene area? You watch Hobby Legends open 3 boxes and they hit 2 green RJ Shreks. So all the RJ Shreks coming out at the on release night and release week. All right, Jacob Wilson, Logan Gilbert, Ellie De La Cruz, Roki Sasaki, red rookie, Christian Campbell, Max Volume, Nick Kurtz, Melt Masher, Yairo Padilla, Ramsel Medina, Kenny Fenlon, and Alorki Rodriguez chromes. Portland for Mick Abel and Noblemeyer. Noble Meyer, that was the other Marlins pitcher I was trying to think of, but I'm assuming Noble Meyer would not have gone through the DSL, although he was a high school pitcher. I assume he would have gone to the FCL, right? Florida FAL, Florida FCL, Florida Complex League. After all this breaking, I'm forgetting my minor league division names. Thank you, Takumi. FCL. And we are headed into box number 4 of 6 in this break. Lots of orange in the first few boxes. 2 orange on the board already. A nice auto with Salas. Nice orange auto with David Ortiz Jr. Dylan Dingler getting orange. Aiden Johnson getting gold. A good array of the big names showing up in chrome already. Let's see. Marlins and Padres low-key scout really well, and they trade a lot. Definitely true. I would say the Astros, maybe not even low-key at this point, scout really well, but they do it in like the lower-priced guys. We have Luke Keeschel, speaking of Mick Abel, there he is, Chad Patrick, and Kevin DeFrank getting a mini diamond. So DeFrank on the board in this one now as well. Jacob Christian to $4.99 on the refractor. Cam Smith, adios. Yoswar Gonzalez back on the board in chrome. Yohan De Los Santos, Warren Calcano, and Bryce Betcher. A couple of nice names in that pack as well, and a couple of nice hits. I don't know if Darren's in the chat, if he's maybe willing to make some trades with the Kevin DeFrank owner, since I advertised that I'm always open to coordinating trades. Maybe an option for this right now. Andres took a high school pitcher from the Northwest. Meb, what do you think of Tyson Neighbors now that he's an Oriole and seemingly been pretty much a shutout reliever since probably about a month before he got traded to the Orioles? I know you were big on him initially. I finally started building up a Tyson Neighbors collection like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Gotta work on expanding that because I'm finally believing you on what you were saying about how big time an arm he is. Corey Seager, Matt Chapman. I think these are the worst jerseys ever. The Giants, what's it called? City Connect jerseys from this year. Juan Soto, Jackson Churio, Brett Bateman on the Fuchsia Shimmer. Gunnar Henderson, adios. Izagare, RJ Schreck, Jordan Sanchez, and George Lombard on the chromes. Yeah, so far I had a Lunar Glow that somebody never paid for. And then I added an auto to 100. I think it was the mini diamond auto. Or no, maybe it was a mega auto to 150. Looks like we may have a refractor auto coming up here. Kobe Mayo, Andrew McCutcheon, Carlos Correa. Nope, just a refractor. Salvador Perez to $4.99 on the refractor, and a base auto of auto-only Ethan Pecco. We've pulled autos of him in 2 of the 3 now. Christian Moore came to the league. Robert Hipwell, Alessandro De La Cruz, Leo DeVries back on the board in chrome, and Luke Dickerson. So Ethan Pecco, top 15 prospect for Houston, getting a base auto there for the auto-only player. If the Rays City Connect didn't exist, I don't hate this Rays City Connect. Maybe the jersey. I like the hat. Maybe the jersey is pretty gross. All right, we have some color coming up here in a potentially autographed spot. Freddie Freeman, Gunnar Henderson, Corbin Carroll, and Warren Calcano getting the keep those in the right stacks. Getting the Speckle Auto numbered 168 of 499. Behind that, Cags getting a Pulsar 74 of 399. Weatherholt, it came to the league. Wilfrey De La Cruz, Raymer Medina, Jacob Christian, and Uniker Carceres. So getting more color on the board with the thick Sharpie that Warren Calcano used. And Cags getting a Pulsar. Giants look like a grade schooler drew it. Cruz Schoolcraft. Is that another Oregon name? Drafted this year. Should have autographs. Should have cards coming up in 2025 draft. Mookie Betts, Shota Imanaga. There's a card, finally. Something nice of Luis Angel Acuna on the red. Rookie there. Bryce Eldridge, Meteoric Rise. We have a mini diamond melt masher, Zaire Hope. I believe that's an insert only. So another hit for Mike in the insert only lot. Arjun Namala melt masher, Noah Cruz, Henry Torres, Aritson Castillo, and Morel Solano. So back-to-back breaks. Mike getting nice hits there with that insert lot. Zaire Hope on the mini diamond to 150. And Luis Angel Acuna on the red rookie for that VX dude breaks. I think it's the Texas City Connect that confuses you with the Twins regular season jersey. We have Seiya Suzuki, Matt Shaw, James Wood on a rookie. Moises Ballesteros, red rookie. Nick Kurtz, Max Volume. Hassan Kim, Melt Masher. Bubba Chandler, Marcos Dingus, Jose Anderson, and Christopher Suero Chromes. 4 boxes down, 2 to go. Let me do another quick shift over of some of these cards, and that may actually be able to get us to the end of this break without needing to shift anything else over. Man, the Mets are really doing their best to try and back into the playoffs. And the historical precedent of the Marlins, both this season and in past seasons, knocking us out of the playoffs at the very end of the season is scary. Let's see. Just checked last night's break and saw the DeFrank wanting any you can get. We'll send you a message. We actually just, I don't know if you checked out before we pulled it, but we just pulled it a Frank mini diamond too. And the owner, Darren, may be interested in making a trade or a sale to you. So if you're interested in another card, I will either help you negotiate it or help connect you with Darren to maybe pick up that mini diamond of DeFrank as well. That's awesome. Yeah, that I would love to help you with getting some of his cards back down to him. The Marlins do always seem to kill us, especially in the biggest moments, especially when least expected. Every time we go to see the Mets at the Marlins Stadium, the Mets have won. So I really hope you're going to every game this weekend then. We need it. All right, box number 5, empty. I know. I saw they moved Alcantara back to face us. Just rude. Bunch of hits coming up here. Ezequiel Tovar, Ketel Marte, Moises Marchand on the mini diamond. Royce Lewis on the fuchsia wave. And a green wave of Elian De La Cruz, numbered 74 of 99. Adi. Three more hits there. Oh man, that's awesome, Darren. That's really nice of you. So it sounds like Darren's being awesome and sending Forky. We'll send you that mini diamond that we pulled in this break as well. I don't know why, but in this card, Marshawn looks like he's like 5 feet tall. I had to check his height. 6'1". Thanks for that, Darren. We'll see if we can get that into Frank's in Kevin's hands. Okay, let me see. Let's just confirm then, since there was a little video glitch. Steven, this is the break that ended on eBay tonight. Is the stream okay for everybody? I think in that time I might have thanked Darren for sending that to Frank over to his pitching coach. All right, I'll keep a close eye on it to make sure that we don't have any freezes. And here we go. Zach Neto, Blake Snell, Hayden Birdsong, Hassan Kim, Red Rookie, Yael Melendez, Shimmer, Otani on the Adios, Aiden Johnson, Chris Rodriguez, Aniello Marquez, and Bryce Eldridge. Nice Otani on the board there. Yael Melendez. Red Rookie of Hassan Kim, Aiden Johnson, and Chris Rodriguez back on the board in Chrome. Oh, Steven, you have Andrew Salas? Well, good break to be the Andrew Salas holder. Yeah, this is the break that ended tonight on eBay. And that is an Andrew Salas base autograph back there. Actually, I probably should have done this a long time ago. I think I forgot in break 1 too. For anybody who is not part of the Hot Ice Breaks Issue Breaks Facebook group yet, I just dropped the link in there. Forky, if you're interested in joining there, Darren is a member of that group also, so you guys could connect that way. And we try and stay connected throughout the season. We had a couple guys last year go down to the what's it called? The spring breakout games. I don't know if that's a thing that DeFrank would be invited to already, but if you're at a Marlins spring breakout game, maybe we could try and catch you and meet up down there. We have an Alex Bregman, Tarek Skubal, Dylan Dingler, Red Rookie, Bobby Witt, Meteoric Rise, Ramsel Medina, Purple Pulsar, Franklin Arias, Melt Masher, Aurelio Farabus, Sadbiel Delzine, Elian De La Cruz, and Brian Cortesia. Chromes. Medina on the Purple Pulsar. Dingler having a night. Wild photo of Eldridge as a little leaguer with Verlander, now teammates. Wait, what was the context of that? All right, we have a Trey Turner, Christian Yelich, Otani back on the board, Jacob Wilson with a Red Rookie, J.J. Weatherholt, Max Volume, Drake Baldwin, Melt Masher, Jesus Madej, Lagrange on the board for the second time, Juan Cabada, and Liberts Aponte getting chromes. So we at least have doubled our Lagrange output. For the Yankees, what, number 3 pitching prospect or number 3 overall prospect? Chris, any love for Elmer Rodriguez Cruz? I think he's one of the Yankees' top 5 pitching prospects now. Oh, that would be awesome, man. Yeah, I went down for the first time this year, and my goal is to try and get down there again this year. So that would be incredible. All right, looks like we're going to have a base autograph coming up here. Jazz Chisholm, Drake Baldwin, Kumar Rocker, Nick Kurtz, and maybe it's going to be blue. It is blue, and it's Betcher again. Back-to-back breaks with a Bryce Betcher auto. This time blue wave, 25 of 150. Cags on the It Came to the League and the base chrome. Nathan Church, Kai Roberts, and Yahiel Melendez chromes. One of these days, Meb, I am going to get out to Arizona to see you at one of these spring training games. Josh, did you have the Betcher spot? Eldridge's Little League team went to a game at Camden Yards when the Tigers were in town. I have to. I mean, I wish I could make it down for maybe I could try and swing a 4-day thing this year and try and hit both Arizona and Florida. All right, we have Roki Sasaki and Cade Horton chromes, Jake Mangum, and the major leaguer Nathan Church with the Nat. Does that say Nat L Church or does that say NATH Church on the autograph there? Oh, and for the first time, we have one of the country cards. Warel Solano Dominican Republic refractor. I didn't realize that they made these without the autographs on them, but that is an awesome card. I'm assuming that has to be an SP. Matt Shaw on the It Came to the League. Carson Williams, chrome. Rainiel Rodriguez back on the board. Spencer Giesling and Brett Bateman, chromes. So nice way to finish off box number 5. Warel Solano on the country card SP. I have to check what the name of that is exactly. But Solano getting a hit. Major leaguer for the Cardinals, Nathan Church getting a hit with the base autograph. And Rainiel Rodriguez getting back on the board in chrome, in addition to Sasaki and Cade Horton. Let's see. Congrats, Josh, on that Betcher. Let's see. BX Dude breaks to the Twins and Red Sox spring training. I'll have to start planning it earlier this year so we can try and get even more people for the meetup this year. We had 4 last year. See if we could keep increasing it year by year. Got to get Brian down this year. You got your younger kid at Glendale Community College as well. So more reasons to be in Arizona. Let's see. Just requested to join. Oh, yeah, I'll do that approval right now. Ooh, 3 people joined. All right, we got BX Dude Breaks joining as well as Bobby and Gotchi Royce. Gotta get some Arizona love. More people to join Meb down there. Cape Coral. That's where the Red Sox and who did you say were? Red Sox and Twins. I wish I could spend the whole month down there between the two. Maybe one day. Maybe one day when Whatnot lets me start breaking too, and I could do this more often. All right, one more box left. Another nice one for a 6-boxer. I was curious to see how many how the quality would stay in compared to the first couple, and so far so good. Jazz Chisholm, Drake Baldwin, Kumar Rocker, David Sandlin on the mini diamonds, refractor of Uniker Craceres, Walker Jenkins on the Adios, Miguel Corrette, Serrano, John Gill, and Bo Davidson getting on the board in chrome. Nice names again in that one with Davidson, Gill, and Corrette. And Carceres getting the first refractor. Sandlin getting the first mini diamond. We used to have a guy here that was always in the backfields. That was he's come and go a few times. Honestly, I don't know if he's what product specific or if he just comes and goes. Oh man, what's his name? I don't know if he's in the group either. I don't know if he has Facebook. We have Will Warren, CJ Abrams, Mason Wynn, Jake Mangum. We have a purple shimmer of Wilfrey De La Cruz. Joe Hartsock was his name. Ronald Acuna Jr., adios. Christopher Acosta. There's Shotaro Mori for the first time in this one after having a huge last break. Yervin Murillo and Nestor Miranda. I'm going to flip these last two autographs to the bottom so we can keep some fun for the very end of this break. Let's get the Mori sleeved up. 4 more packs to go. What can we add to this background display in the last 4? We got Jason, an Arizona guy. A wave refractor maybe coming up here. Dylan Cruz, Zach Veen, red rookie of the Speedster, Chandler Simpson, Nick Kurtz, meteoric rise, and a Pedro Catoy wave refractor, numbered 72 of 100. Cags Meltmasher, Steven Martinez, and Kevin DeFrank Chrome, Moises Marchand, and Roland Stroop Chrome. So Catoy getting a nice hit there. Numbered to 100 on the wave refractor. Another Ohtani to start this pack off. Ezekiel Tovar. Ketel Marte. Shane Smith, red rookie. Dylan Cruz, max volume. Max Clark, melt masher. Juan Tomas, Iverson Lopez, Yohan De La Cruz, and David Davalilio. Davalilio wasn't that highly signed. Yeah, 17, but he had a pretty nice season in the DSL. Will do, Darren. Thank you again. You should be accepted now for the Facebook group. All right, 2 more packs to go. Should have 2 more autographs to go to finish out this break and to finish out this case. Starting us off with a Nick Kurtz. Wow, geez. I'm really losing it. What am I? 2.5 hours into breaking? Nick Kurtz. You know, that guy. Alex Bregman, Tarek Skubal, Max Muncy, and a base auto of Alejandro Rosario. That's a fun one. Rosario, yet another one of the guys who were 2025 Bowman first that have their first auto here. Charlie Condon came to the league. Roman Anthony Chrome, Nate George, Ethan Salas, and David Sandlin. Got a pretty nice distribution of cards in this one for a 6-boxer, so I'm glad to see that as well. And Rosario, fun autograph that I'm probably going to start collecting as well because I feel like there wasn't enough respect for him in 2024. I keep saying 2024. 2025 Bowman in the initial release. All right, final pack, guys. We had a base auto of Rosario. Can we get one more color auto to finish here? I don't think we are going to. I think we're going to get base. We have Trey Turner, Christian Yelich, Lawrence Butler on the fuchsia, number 99 of 299, base auto of the OPS leader, Christian Arguelles. True Blue Wave behind that of Juan Cabada. Nice little color match there for the number 10 overall international signing. Jesus Medea came to the league. DJ Layton. There's finally a Caden Powell on the board. Finally getting him up there. Tommy White. And Pedro Catoy finishes things off. All right, let me get these hits sleeved. And then we will recap these hits from break number 2 of the night, break number 2 on eBay, and break number 3 of the week for us, including break number 0, which we scheduled yesterday after Topps moved the initial release date up. Chris, good night. Everybody who's signing off before the recap, thanks for sticking with us all night through the later start time in this one. Ended up being a nice first 3 breaks here. I'll be back on Sunday. Brian will be breaking the next 3 nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll be back on Sunday. And then probably Brian breaking most of next week, or all of next week, because I'll be away on vacation. So catch you guys in some of his breaks, hopefully. All right, let's see. Casey just said it's Katoy. Oh, Katoy. I think that's what I was saying. Katui or Katoy? Like Towey? Or T-O, like two, Katui. Pedro Katui. Tui. Thank you. All right, recapping the hits from this one. Nick Kurtz, Maury, Rainiel Rodriguez, Chris Rodriguez, Yoswar Gonzalez, Kevin Alvarez, Elian Pena, Chris Rodriguez, Yoswar Gonzalez, Yoger Batista, and Rainiel Rodriguez. Base Chrome. Yeah, Robert, shoot me a message on eBay, and we'll get it figured out. Oops, picking up the wrong stack. All right, main stack of hits, starting with Christian Aguiles on the base auto, Juan Cabada, Blue Wave color match, Lawrence Butler, Fuchsia, Alejandro Rosario base auto, Pedro Catui, numbered to 100, Wilfred De La Cruz, purple shimmer, David Sandlin, mini diamond, Caceres refractor, Nathan Church base auto, Ramsel Medina, purple pulsar, Yahil Medina shimmer, Elian De La Cruz green wave, Marshawn mini diamonds, Royce Lewis fuchsia wave, Zaire Hope on the Melt Mashers mini diamond to 150, Cags on the pulsar to 399, Calcano speckle auto, Ethan Pecco base auto, Brett Bateman fuchsia shimmer, Kevin DeFrank mini diamond, Jacob Christian refractor, Junior Caminero yellow, RJ Shrek purple, Elian De La Cruz had a really nice one with the blue reptilian there as well, Christopher Acosta refractor auto, Harold Rivas purple auto, Calcano shimmer, Will Warren pulsar, Steven Martinez mini diamond, Kurtz red rookie, Nate George pulsar, Tarek Skubal pulsar, base autos of Nestor Miranda and Ronnie Cruz, Hipwell shimmer, Christopher Suero blue color match, Nate George mini diamond, Randy Rosarena blue, Bryce Betcher shimmer, Alessandro De La Cruz purple pulsar color match, and Ethan Salas mini diamond. Then going to the back, the International Warrell Sorrell SP Dominican Republic card there. Tommy White on the speckle to 299. Let's go Dingler next on the orange rookie there, number 5 of 25. Then I'm going to go, no, actually, let's go Aiden Johnson next. Aiden Johnson on the gold reptilian, number 12 of 50. Then we're going to go Bryce Betcher, blue wave auto, number 25 of 150. Andrew Salas base auto, and David Ortiz orange auto, number 22 of 25. All right, guys. Thanks again for everybody who joined these breaks tonight, and we will be back here tomorrow night on Brian's YouTube page for more Bowman Chrome. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody.